Hello, beautiful, precious friends. My name's Natalie. This is Natalie Levin Astrology. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have to rearrange myself once the camera goes on. Today is Wednesday, January 4th. It is 9:16 a.m. and the moon is moving along in Gemini. I also want to draw attention to the fact that Venus has departed Capricorn, which I feel glad about because she kept echoing this death energy. It's this energy of the way I love and the way I like to be loved is I've heard a lot of relationships ending very suddenly. New Year's Eve. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that happened to you. And it really was an illustration of the astrology on New Year's Eve. It is really like a death in love relationships energy, really strong. It's either death or it's I am transforming. And my transformation is allowing me to do things differently in my relationship. Something like that. That energy is really high. And now what is happening is Venus, the goddess of beauty and love, is in Aquarius, which I have that all the time. I natally have Venus in Aquarius. It means for me, what comes up about it is I love super genius people. Aquarius energy is one of the things about it is it's the genius of the zodiac. I love things that don't fit into boxes. My aesthetic, I think, doesn't really fit into a box that society prescribes. So it's about, I'm an illustration of Venus in Aquarius. So that is what is happening now for the whole collective. Venus is in Aquarius. So you get to go extra, like if you were thinking, oh, I really want to dye my hair rainbow colors and shave half of it. Venus in Aquarius time would be supportive of that. So I cheer you on for doing things that are not what society says is what you should be doing. It's okay. Like you get to do things differently. What would that feel like? It might free up energy for you that you have had to suppress to try to fit in. And like, let's say you walk down the street with rainbow colored hair. How would that feel? What would that free up for you? Would it allow you to express parts of your astrology chart that you have never expressed before? Take what you like and leave the rest about what I say. This is all, I'm seeing the astrology through the veil of my experience in this lifetime. I also want to say that the sun is doing two interesting dances right now that are a little bit loud. So that we have Chiron, which is not a little bit. It's my youngest wounds are up. I don't feel like I was ever, no one ever tuned to me emotionally when I was an infant. No one actually was there and able to, because of the fact that whoever parented you did not receive proper attunement, proper emotional attunement. They were not able to offer that to you. So, oh gosh, I'm feeling someone cut me off in traffic and this giant wound of betrayal. How do I say this? Like the world's against me, no one is for me, no one cares for me. That gets activated really strongly right now with the sun, which is enormous magnifying energy, talking to Chiron in Aries, which is super young wounding. So that's up. Then we throw in the fact that the sun, which is 1.3 million planet Earth's worth of energy, is also now trining the planet of volcanoes, earthquakes, shocks, surprises. So I would invite you to know for yourself that you might have a really big emotion that doesn't necessarily match the situation that's happening. And if you can identify it, here's a phrase that is helpful for me. A big emotion is not necessarily an emergency. And I invite you to know that the possibility of your reacting very quickly and impulsively and shockingly is strong right now. So the advanced practice is, oh, I'm noticing I'm having a really big feeling. I want to say something. I want to write something. I want to do something. And I'm going to practice. I'm going to set my phone timer for, I'm going to set a timer for a minute and sit with the impulse and not actually do anything. What would that be like to hold that kind of tension? I find it to be incredibly powerful, transformative work, and it is not easy. It can feel like your skin is getting burnt off. It really can. I would also invite you to keep in mind that this energy is up for everyone around you. So I always think if for someone I'm driving along, I really try to keep in mind, okay, that person cut me off. This is what I tell myself. That person must be having a baby coming out of his or her genitals right this moment. And that's why they had to cut me off. That's what I tell myself. Like, that person's having a baby right now. And that's why they had to cut me off. It's helpful. It's a helpful hint from Natalie. If you feel like you want to have road rage, instead imagine that the person in front of you is either having a baby right this moment, or they're driving to someone who's having a baby right this moment. If you'd like to work with me, please, you may go to my website, natalielevinastrology.com. I have opportunities to work with me for 3-month containers or 1-month container on my web. Oh, yeah, they are on my website. I did it. I updated my website. You can also stay tuned for a course that I'm working on, and I will be releasing the dates for it around January 12th or 13th when Mars goes direct. And I am so happy to be with you. I thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I do not take it for granted, for liking my videos, for sharing them. It means so much. And I'm so excited that I'm almost up to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I really didn't know that would happen. So thank you. Thank you, everybody.